My name is Algimantas. I present spiritual teachings in both Lithuanian, my native language, and English. In my native language, I speak out the living Creator's word during the worship service in our living temple. I represent Creator as his ambassador to this planet and apostle of Jesus and his partners, Nebadonia's apostle. At the request of Creator, I have set up the living religion of revelation, the Paradise Trinity I am, living religion of revelation. When I say living, it means there are no material rituals. We worship Creator, the Paradise Trinity I am, the four sources and centers, with our sincerity, and in our sincerity, having opened up our spiritual personality, that is, our inner self, bestowed upon each of us by Creator himself, because Creator is the source and center of all personalities through the whole of creation. Today we have an enormous assistance on the part of Creator that we would embark upon the living path. The living path is, reality. Reality in evolution. Reality that has been created by Creator himself. And he has designed the development that is called evolution, and provided the evolutionary plan, how each of us can put our own personal deposit in the personal living according to Creator's will. But to know Creator's will, we need first to discover Creator himself within. Being a spiritual personality, we, of course, might be able to discover Creator, who is the source and center of spiritual personality. But Creator has bestowed his Spirit for our assistance upon our mind. And this Creator Spirit is called Thought Adjuster. We have not deserved and earned by some good living that we would have this Creator Spirit within. It is actually the merit of Jesus' living on our planet. He has bestowed himself on our planet 2,000 years ago in the identity of Jesus of Nazareth. When I say Jesus, I mean the spiritual personality of our Creator Son, of our Michael of Nebadon. Because the order of Creator Sons has been created by Creator himself. Since Creator is the source and center of perfection, everything he creates directly is also perfect. So Creator Sons are all perfect. But what they create as the sons of Creator are not perfect new sons and daughters. Only Creator himself creates perfect beings, but his children create already lower order personalities that are not perfect. But even in this case, the personality gift is being presented not by Creator Son, but by Creator himself, because he is the only source and center of spiritual personality. And was just possible due to the 7 bestowals carried out by our Creator Son, by our Michael, by the Michael of Nebadon. Nebadon is the name of our local universe, and Michael is the name for all the order of Creator Sons. And the total number of Creator Sons might exceed 700,000 throughout the currently organized grand universe. The universe is being expanded. So Creator Sons, together with their partners, Creator Daughters, receive a mission from Creator himself to create their local universe in space. It's like being given a site on the ground for a house that you should build up and then just decorate all the site that it would be pleasant for you to live in this house. So Creator Son and Creator Daughter receive a site in space for creating their own local universe. As I've mentioned before, there are 700,000 Creator Sons. So that many are also Creator Daughters. And that many are local universes. Local universes are being created in the super universe. The super universe hosts 100,000 local universes. There are 700,000 local universes. It means there are 7 super universes, and each hosting 100,000 local universes. They are being created out of Creator's energy. So Creator gives that much energy that it is possible to create 100,000 local universes within one super universe. And of course, living beings are also created. And they are of different categories. Some are personalities. That is, they have their own free will to make a choice between good and bad, between goodness and evil, between sin and serving Creator for the benefit of all. So Creator Sons are requested to carry out 7 bestowals in the different life orders they have created. so that they experience what it means, the living within this order of life that has been created by Creator Son. Even though they are perfect, as they have been created by the source and center of perfection, by Creator, but they have not accumulated experience, what it really means to live this sort of living. You might know perfectly what it means, but it is not one's experience. And experience is not accumulated by any other way but by becoming one of such personalities. So that's why our Creator Son, Michael of Nebadon, has bestowed himself within the span of 1 billion years, the way time is, well, measured on our planet. And between every new bestowal, Creator Son was preparing for this bestowal for 150 million years. So it's a very long and gradual process to get himself ready for this new challenge. Because while ruling the local universe, Creator Son and his partner do it in the name of Creator. Having completed the missions of the 7 bestowals, Creator Son starts ruling in his own personal name. And that means that in this case, he has earned this top spiritual rank and turned into Master Creator Son. And he rules together with his partner in his own name, like Creator himself, well, were personally always present in the local universe of this Creator Son. So that's why our Creator Son has bestowed himself as this category is, mentioned in the Old Testament, Melchizedek, and by the way, in the New Testament. But it's not explained what it means, a Melchizedek. It's a special mission son of Creator, special mission. That means in extraordinary situations, in different critical moments and crises, Melchizedeks operate extremely, I would say actively, just to assist local authorities to solve this crisis and get back to a normal procedure and out of the crisis. So his first bestowal was in this special category of spiritual personality order, of the Melchizedek order. He also incarnated in the form of Lanonendik, because we understand that spiritual personalities, well, we don't understand because we have no idea what is a spiritual personality. But we consider that angels, well, they are invisible to us, but they are, well, might be described as spirits. And we consider that they are top level understanding creatures. They are angels. But on the ladder of all the life existing in creation, angels are also of different categories. And the life which we are in, still possessing this material form, which we call the human body. So we have our seraphim guards, and they are the lowest spiritual personalities in this spiritual being's ladder, up to Creator himself on Paradise. So that's why angels might make mistakes. They are not perfect. So Jesus incarnated on one of his bestowals as seraphim. But when I started speaking about Lanonendiks, so Lanonendiks are a bit higher, but still they are low, local universe spiritual beings. They are not perfect. Far from it. They have never been to Creator's dwelling abode Paradise. All they know about Creator is from what they hear from their Creator Son. And Creator Son, after having come back from Paradise, well, recounts his visit, his ideas about what he has experienced there. And there were two revolts against Creator in the Nebadon universe. And the first revolt that was in Nebadon was in one local system, and the leader of this local system was Lanonendik. So our Creator Son decided to establish a normal arrangement of all the developments in this local system. And he bestowed himself as one of the Lanonendik order personalities. And he ruled there, the local system, for 100 years. And he even offered mercy to the rebel Lanonendik, the head of the local system. He wanted to share this power, but the rebellious Lanonendik just refused this mercy on the part of our Creator Son. But at the end, he recognized and acknowledged that this Lenolendic, because he did know that it was Michael on his incarnation as Lenolendic. So he finally acknowledged that he showed, well, prudence, wisdom in controlling the situation and bringing it back to normal until the permanent new leader of the local system, still another Lenolendic, arrived and was reinstated in this position. So that was one of the bestowals of our Creator Son. And as I've mentioned, he was also on a bestowal mission as a seraphim. And everywhere he was serving, he was trying to show just a better way how to arrange all the things that should be arranged by this order of spiritual personalities. And every time he left those who have encountered him in daily operations, well, were in distress because they began to feel that they would be missing him when he would be already away. So that's why our Creator Son always was showing not only wisdom but mercy. He was merciful, extremely merciful, and extremely patient. So that's why, as I've also mentioned before going on the next bestowal step, he should, well, prepare himself for this step. And that took him every time in between every new bestowal 150 million years. 150 million years of preparation. So imagine, what is his patience? Do you have patience? That level patience of our Creator Son. Creator's evolution has no end. Therefore, such personalities who are already perfect by their origin, they live beyond time limit in eternity. On Paradise, the dwelling abode of Creator, there is no time. It's timeless. Equally, it is spaceless. There is no space. And the dwelling abode itself is static. It does not move, but everything moves around Paradise and in respect to Paradise. So that's why all super universes, the 7 super universes, revolve around Paradise. And within each super universe, there are 100 local universes that revolve around the super universe center, capital, in our case, Uversa. It's in the middle of the Milky Way. And still going further and further away from Paradise, everything is revolving around a bigger world in space. When Jesus was born. By the way, it was on the 21st of August. That is just 2 days ago. 2 days ago was the birthday of Jesus on our planet. August the 21st. Remember this day. And I congratulated Urans, that is, the followers of Jesus, of Creator, and treading on the living path on this occasion. The birth of Jesus signified the very last segment and experience that Jesus should accumulate. Because before this bestowal, he was warned by Emmanuel, the representative of the Paradise Trinity, to the local universe of Nebadon. So he passed Creator's certain requirements for this mission and some limitations. So among the requirements was just to do the Father's will and to end Lucifer's rebellion, because Lucifer rebelled against the Father, against Creator, as the leader of our local system, the system of Satania. And his deputy, Satan, also joined him. That's a shame. But this is the fact. And what is also deplorable, that our planetary prince, Caligastio, also supported this rebellion. So that's why Jesus was, Creator's son, just before his bestowal mission. He was also requested that he would terminate this rebellion against the Father. He was also ordered not to create any religious organization, not to leave any religion created by him. He should not get married and leave any children after him. But by his living, he should demonstrate to others what it means and what it looks like to do the Father's will. Because on the previous bestowals, Creator Son was doing the will of different arithmetic combinations of the three sources and centers of the Paradise Trinity. And the last was demonstrated in the human form, just doing the will of the Father. So that's why was he revealing the Father to mortals and the mortals to the Father. But it is the most risky bestowal, because he is like an empty vessel. You might fill this vessel with goodness or with evil. He's just a helpless baby. He has no any understanding what is around. He is developing like an ordinary child developed before him and after him. So everything depends upon, first and primarily, his parents, and secondary on the environment, on teachers, on school, on the light that is already in the society, or there is no light. But our Creator Son was always choosing the hardest position, the worst position in different situations, because he wanted to show that even the worst position might be enlightened with Creator as the brightest light shining within him, because he had an enormous love out of Creator, and he was just experiencing this love, and this living love light was driving him forward. He was experiencing his driving force from Creator through the operation of Creator's Spirit, thought adjuster. And Jesus' thought adjuster was just the thought adjuster that had been working with the mind and within the mind of Melchizedek, who had incarnated in the form of a full-fledged grown-up on this planet 2,000 years prior to the bestowal mission of our Creator Son on this planet. Because Melchizedek was trying to preserve the light of one God in local tribes, because this light was turning into an ever dimmer and dimmer. So it's like a candle in the wind. It might be blown and be extinguished. So in this case, the thought adjuster accumulated his experience in the mind of a higher spiritual personality than the mind of a mortal, in the mind of Melchizedek. It's a spiritual personality of this special mission Creator Son. So Creator Son, already incarnated in this human body, had this thought adjuster who was just trying to establish his relationship with the divine mind of Creator Son, but in the identity of Jesus of Nazareth. Nevertheless, his mind was human and at the same time divine. And one of the warnings that had been passed to our Creator Son before his bestowal mission: your mind will always remain Creator Son's mind. Therefore, when you already reach a certain understanding, a certain level of experience, you should keep in mind, you should consciously follow time sequence. Because I've mentioned before, Creator Son has originated from the source and center of eternity. Creator himself is also above time. So that's why, being in the lowest form of a material body, he has to follow the time as a phenomenon. Otherwise, if he loses this conscious sense, everything he thinks happens right away. So that's why it is so difficult for us to imagine what is eternity, because we are always counting years, months, hours, minutes, even seconds. We are always compressed within time limit. And for us to understand what is eternity, impossible for our mind, which is undeveloped, the lowest among the lowest, and still in the material form, and having no spiritual teachers who might expand humanity outlook. We still wage wars, physical wars, and it's insanity. To manufacture a weapon, it's insanity. The more so to use it against another brother or sister in spirit. And all living beings throughout the whole of creation are our sisters and brothers in spirit. Not only humanity. So that's why we have to liberate ourselves from the time framework into spiritual liberty, spiritual freedom. And for Jesus was just the opposite. He had to squeeze himself from the eternity consciousness into the time framework. Just the opposite. So, after his completion of the bestowal on our planet, and when he withstood all the temptations of Satan on the Mount of Hermon, he formally finished the rebellion against the Father, instigated by Lucifer and supported by his deputy Satan, and joined in by our planetary prince Caligastia. Now we have a new planetary prince, this very same Makiventa Melchizedek, who was incarnated in the flesh 2,000 years before Jesus, that is 4,000 years ago from our times. He is the head of our spiritual planetary government. Unfortunately, he is not visible to our eyes. We cannot see him, but I can contact him and receive teachings from him. Even as I received teachings from Creator himself, from Jesus, from his partner Nebuchadnezzar, and published books of their teachings, revelations. So thanks to this successful mission on the part of Jesus, now we have this spirit of Creator, thought adjuster. We have not earned it by our personal spiritual efforts. This is a big advantage for us that has been earned by our Creator Son in the identity of Jesus of Nazareth. And now Creator Son has been uplifted to the rank of Master Creator Son. Okay, so much for this time. I embrace you in my hug and leave you in Creator's peace.